I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
So if you could kick us off with a brief intro to this incredible film, Emily, what can audiences expect when they watch it?
I mean, I think it's a film that, I guess it's the story about a young woman trying to form herself, who's struggling to kind of find her voice, and she just happens to be Emily Bronte. And we wanted to do something that felt very modern and very fresh and could kind of speak to really like people your age, because that's kind of what I felt growing up. I kind of felt like, I didn't fit in, and I kind of wanted to explore that as a theme through Emily Bronte, yeah.
And of course, people will know you more readily, from all the amazing roles you've done as an actress. So what prompted you to turn your hand to writing and directing? And of course, what fascinated you most about Emily? She's kind of a mystery in some ways, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there is quite a few things that we do know about her. But I love that she was kind of hidden in a lot of ways. And I think because she was an introvert, it's kind of nice to bring her out into the light and kind of celebrate who she was, because she was kind of so different. But what was the first question? I forgot what you said.
Oh, just that you decided to, go into the director's chair after being an actress for so long. And how was that journey for you? What did you bring from your career as an actress into directing?
I think one thing you bring is a lot of empathy for what my actors were doing, because it's so hard. It looks quite easy what they're doing in front of the camera, but it's so hard to make it real and to make it truthful. So just empathy for what they did. And just also knowing what it's like on a set and how it runs and how to make a set run better and all of those kind of things as an actor to translate it, I think, in terms of directing. But I had to learn a whole bunch of other stuff as well.
And you had such a phenomenal cast, particularly Emma Mackey right at the centre of it. How did you put these people together and particularly land on Emma for the lead role?
I mean, we had an amazing casting director, Fiona Weir. She's kind of very special, and she really guided me in a lot of ways. And Emma was one of the persons that she felt like I should meet. And when Emma did her first scene in the audition room, she was kind of phenomenal. And I really felt almost straight away that she was the one for the part. We kind of met some other people, but I kept coming back to Emma, and I really feel like she kind of knocked it out of the park. She's so special in this role. Yeah.
And what was the shoot like? I mean, obviously working through COVID. Were you at the mercy of, being on those moors, but also such a talented cast to work with, so maybe that made it all easier?
Yeah, totally, yeah. There was a lot of wind up there and rain, but I think it also helped. It was so atmospheric up there, and it was also beautiful. We were coming into spring, so we did have some good weather. But I think it helped everybody being in the real Yorkshire moors, and kind of the atmosphere of that really helped everybody, I think, with their imagination.
And what do you hope people will take away? I guess, I love the fact that you kind of highlight the sort of the complexities and nuances of the sibling rivalries, particularly amongst sisters, but also how she was so ahead of her time, this incredible rebel, and how we have to lean into, all those different sides of ourselves and not hide away.
Yeah, exactly what you said. Yeah, I do feel that it's true that, we none of us are perfect. And I think there's so much pressure in this moment to be kind of picture perfect. And that ultimately that we should just celebrate the humanity of being whoever we are. And if that's different from other people, then that's all right as well. We need that. We need different voices to kind of push things forward, I think. So, yeah.
And particularly looking at the landscape in terms of female directors, do you feel like there's a lot more opportunities now? And what do you think it is that's a bit different that you can bring to these sort of female-led stories that we haven't seen enough of in the past?
I think just because you're a woman, and then you just naturally have a different perspective, and then within that, all these different women have different voices. But I think it's just any more diversity in any, whether it's women or people from the Black community or Asian community. All this helps storytelling because everyone's bringing their own experiences, and then it just becomes a more diverse kind of landscape for different stories. But yeah.
Fantastic. It was so lovely to meet you. Enjoy the evening. Thank you so much. Cheers.